See, let me make sure this works. Can I see anything? Am I able to see anything? Let me see. Sometimes I get this down, and then sometimes I just fail at this shit. Like legit. Oh, look at that. Boom. Okay, it does work. Okay, nice. All right. Cool. Let me try this. Okay. All right, that's nice. Okay. I can't wait to get my hands on a Steam controller because that battery life is going to pay massive dividends. All right, so this death run died, so we got to get rid of this. Okay, let's start. The first step to any death run at all is the emotional step. Remembering that this character is not here to last. It's not built to last. It's not built to enjoy, son. It is you have no emotional attachment towards this save at all.
And then you know you got a name, right?
It's literally gonna be called No Death Run. But what do you have in mind? The Fleet.
John Dark Soul.
Okay, so
Nah, more like a Spada.
nah. Yo, Spada.
Spada number 1.
Joanna, Dark Souls. Oh, it doesn't.
Let me do the website on the website.
I'm just gonna
Battling this guy.
just do it like that. That way I have an idea because I don't want to mess up the scheme because it has to be at the top of the thing. So putting a No Death Run like that would automatically put it at the top because the first word in the name is 2 letters. Best class to go to in the game when it comes to No Death Run is quite literally the Knight. Secondary to it would probably be either Warrior or Sorcerer based upon the direction you're going on. I'd never recommend Sorcerer as for No Death Run because you run the risk of getting one shot. So yeah, you never want to be in one shot range. The reason why I take healing wares instead of everything else on here is because life ring you literally get in the first place you go to. Human effigy, well, it's a No Death Run, so I guess I won't be using this. Homer Bone, you get too many of these to care. Seed of Tree Giants, we are not really doing any PvP. But when I see any PvP involvement, I'm literally just going to dashboard the game. Bonfire Ascetic is negligible in this run because you don't really want to use too many of those, and I only have specific moments to use Bonfire Ascetic. And then Petrified something is dog shit until very, very, very at the end of the game, and even then it doesn't even really matter. So at least not for this run. So Healing Wares is quite literally keeps you alive early game, which is the hardest part of the run in my opinion. I usually go female character, the slenderest, the most slender build possible, so that your hitbox is slightly smaller. I guess you'll do some small modifications. You know me.
you gotta move. Yeah, I'm in front of you, nigga. Yeah, I mean, pause. Behind you.
So one thing I always say is
Yeah, I'm.
Nigga was enjoying himself, and then he got mad stoic and said, "Oh."
Nah, what's wrong with this nigga Chris Matthews?
Let
Son?
me call it on and do my phone.
Yeah. Oh.
Fuck out of here.
okay. Don't really think there's anything else I really need to change here. I'm pretty content with this face. It's probably the only character. This is probably the one character creation I actually like in any of Dark Souls. On all the other Dark Souls, I don't think Dark Souls does a terrible job of character creations. So
Everybody I see that like make videos or streaming also, they usually just make their characters
there's big
extremely
as like
or
literal
cool.
freaks, yeah, freaks of nature, literally.
Some dumb shit.
I don't really care whether it's well, it doesn't really matter. I don't really want to put too much time into this. Let's go.
All people come here for the same reason.
All right. I'm not gonna lie, the lighting mod makes this a little bit more difficult because falling off cliffs is a thing. I guess I could get the dagger for backstabs. Well, so let's just quickly get that. Other than that, there's zero reason to be in these particular areas. I have this strange feeling in my gut to do the Black Gulch first after the beginning place, only because it's the place to most likely get killed by literally falling. So. Can't see shit. And for whatever reason, okay, smack him in the face. A game has a tendency to sometimes do this shit where like your character literally looks at like the opponent behind you first, which so this is one of the reasons why I don't really like the whole lock-on mechanic in this game. All right, let's get the hell out of here. And we're off. Yeah. I think it's actually much easier to pull off a no death run on Dark Souls 1, and I would even make the argument pulling off one on Dark Souls 3 as well. Get me a nice little life gem. There is supposed to be an item up here too. Okay, well.
I sent him my invite.
Oh, and let me get the other SS Flask. Could technically do the Black Edge glass.
What's the word, bro? I got 2 games in me. I'm going to bed. Blase online. Let me see him on invite.
I'm at the door. Are we waiting on Gio or what?
Yeah, we're in a party with Jill. Yo.
Hmm.
Excellent. I gotta get a call, bro. This text and shit is. About to call this nigga. Text him.
Hey, what should a nigga watch?
Hmm?
What should I watch?
It's Wimmy.
Yeah, I think we have.
Do. You need 13x30 for that. I forgot. The classic broadsword is actually a pretty decent weapon for this endeavor.
Nigga name is +2 on my. Right.
Huh?
I'm not watching the Street Fighter. It's +2 on my. He's a beast. It's a guy.
It's crazy. He's a guy, son.
Oh, me. I told you, bro. I don't get that nigga pull up, bro. See? And we not paying him nothing, bro. What you mean? He gonna stay in corner and pass the rock. Let me stop. Nah, he said 20 seconds. This game about to finish. So, y'all got 20 seconds.
You know what? I ain't never really watched Rick and Morty. Let me try that.
Niggas is
I
quiet.
ain't gonna lie, bitch.
He said
Last
20 seconds, bro. 20 seconds. This game about to finish.
Huh?
That's blasphemous, bro. I do not want to reach him.
Because the animation was ugly.
The animation.
You never watched Rick and Morty?
No.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
I ain't gonna lie, son.
He's trolling.
Matter of fact, I have my dude like, ain't watching none of that nonsense until she
Nah, you sound like my mom.
none of that.
My mom used to be watching the stupidest shit ever. As soon as the nigga turned on Family Guy, she's like, that nonsense like that.
Too much nonsense. It's probably probably seen one crazy scene and said, nah, never.
Or she heard all this. She would hear shit Stewie would say. It wasn't even like the whole show. My mom would just hear Stewie talking, and then she like turn that shit.
So he might say some gay shit. You know what he might say. He's talking so crazy.
Nah, facts.
Okay, wait for the thing to come off. Use the door for iframes. All right. Fire longsword. Much 9 dexterity to use this. I actually kind of prefer the longsword over the broadsword just because of reach, and because the longsword at least has a stab mechanic. So I may actually go with that for pretty much the entire game.
Finally amounted to something. More than a paycheck. Cause,
Damn, son, niggas really caught me streaming something I wasn't supposed to be streaming.
What are you talking about?
Shit.
reminiscing.
He was nigga said he was Illusory.
Yeah, nigga said.
I can't hear you, bro. You laughing too much,
It was Kale's reaction,
For
son.
hours.
It was Kale's reaction. That was the funniest part. Kale said, "Oh man." Kale said,
Spinning on the system also.
Kale said, "Oh man."
Nigga said, at least you're not gay. I'm like, huh?
So, at least that, son.
Yo. Son.
There's nothing wrong with that, son.
For hours, bro. Nigga, give me crazy.
There was nothing wrong with that, son.
I think I make sure.
What happened to
today?
you?
We talking about past.
The first thing,
the original.
The original sin right there. Yeah, that was nigga Jimmy.
The first viewing.
The first viewing, yo. I'm gonna lie, I handled that well, bro.
Bro, yeah, he recovered.
Yeah, you just chilled out, son. There's nothing. If that was Donjay, son. If that was Donjay, oh my gosh, nigga would be like, I didn't do that.
Donjay would have never came back.
Yeah, Donjay would have never came back in the Discord, son.
You can't disappear and come back tomorrow.
You just gotta
You gotta handle that now, bro.
You just gotta just be like, nigga. This man Jimmy came back in the call and he said,
I'm like, yo, y'all saw that?
nah, you didn't even see that. You didn't even say that. You were like, yo, I hope y'all enjoyed. Did you guys enjoy that?
Nigga tried to tell like he was showing us something.
I was trying to make it. Yeah, he was trying to like it was like this was all according to plans.
Yo, bro.
That was the funniest part. So he came back in the stream and said like pretending, acting like yo.
Yo, bro, there's nothing else I could do, bro. After I heard the
You hear mad shit in the back.
yo, bro, that shit, yo, my heart dropped, bro. I'm like, nah, hold on.
The reason why I can never forget that, son, is because it was legit my fault, son. I asked this man Jimmy to stream his Windows thing, son, to fix some nonsense. I forgot what it was, but I got this weird feeling that was probably Dark Souls 2 related as well, son. Something about saves. I don't know. And so I had to fix that, and so I needed him to stream his entire computer, son. It never went away.
It's alright, bro. was supposed to give everybody a laugh that night, bro.
So we just didn't know it came with the initial like. I told you, son. I get insane secondhand embarrassment, son. Cause now I gotta put myself in that shoes, son. What the fuck do I do? Just play it off, and that's exactly what he did. You really don't need to do this,
If I
but
came back the next day, bro, by that time, bro, niggas already cooked, bro. Niggas had a whole.
yeah, you gotta handle that. Son, you gotta handle that early, son.
Up until the time you got back.
You gotta handle that early, son.
Like there would have been nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, bro. I can't understand that.
Nothing else to talk about.
So like you can't just leave the food in the pressure cooker for that long, son. You gotta open that shit.
How about back niggas who wasn't even there done heard it and all, bro.
Yeah. Then now you gotta hear the story 16 times from 16.
Yeah, bro.
Yo.
Yeah, bro.
You done left. You don't know how much niggas seen.
That's a fact.
And then now you gotta everybody go, what happened?
Yeah, you gotta hear that. You gotta hear that 1,000 times, son. So the best thing you can do is handle it right there and then with everyone in the in the vicinity. So. That was funny, son. Those were good.
Good times. Good times. Legendary moments.
I don't think you understand, son. There's been some legendary moments in this. Like I to this day I just laugh, bro. I sometimes like go to work, and on my way to work I be thinking about some of those moments, son. Son, you don't understand, son. The David and Donjay moments would forever be like OP, son. Oh my gosh.
But they was arguing too, bro.
Boy, what? Nah, son, that was like.
David used to have fun arguing with us.
Yo, son, niggas would get each other tight. OD, son. But really, it was David getting Donjay tight because David knows how. Son. David had it down to the science. He had it down to a science. Like that shit was like a bit of a science experiment for this nigga.
That shit was funny. Nigga just started gaslighting. I just don't care what you did.
Donjay cannot stand shit like that. Donjay's the kind of person. Donjay's the classic. Like, I can deal it, son. I just can't take it.
Can't take it.
There's no problem dealing the damage, son. When damage gets dealt to him, all of a sudden.
You gotta be able to have jokes, and if you don't have no jokes, don't say no jokes.
Yeah, so you're better off just not saying a joke altogether, son.
When I say niggas learn not even to laugh too hard next to that.
Word, you laugh too hard. I know you not laughing.
Niggas bend your collar to see the tag.
Chill, son. Legendary. The legendary, son. The legendary. They bend the collar, son. Bend the classic. Bend the collar.
Let me see, bro.
That's funny.
That's the worst part because everybody knows you defensive. They know you don't got. You better not laugh too hard.
You can't even, so you just gotta, nah. Oh, man.
You just gotta try and blend in with the class.
Nah, stand behind that nigga when you laugh, really.
I'm weak stand behind.
Tell you, bro, it's I had this down to the science, bro. I knew when to laugh, where to laugh.
This thing got a place for the laugh. It's crazy.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, he laughing, acting like he's sneezing hotter than his elbow.
Chill.
Be me, me. Be me. Be me. Aromatic ooze. Hit this real quick just in case some nonsense. Yeah, son. There was a lot of legendary moments, and there was the classic Justin versus everybody, son. That was another one. Justin versus everybody was Justin used to have me crying, son. This like, yo.
Only legendary because he was old.
I mean, it's legit Justin versus everyone, son. And the Justin versus Danje was also legendary too, son. That, if anything, that might have been the funniest one. Nigga, Danje would come in the call, son, and he would say something, and it would instantly trigger Justin, son. Yo, be like, yo, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Danje? Yo, and all you hear in the background is me saying, "Start it up, son."
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I missed that era. But
Yo.
I already know it's funny because I seen Justin in most shoot. Oh my god, for 2 years straight. For 2 years straight, Justin critiqued everything this nigga Moshood would say in the messenger chat.
Tell you, son. Yeah, Justin is like, once he, once you already like have like a different viewpoint from him, son, he's always gonna like be critiquing OD.
That shit was funny though, nigga. That shit helped me make sure to use words I wanted to use. Cause nigga, he wasn't about to fry me for what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, he gonna run off them semantics for sure.
What? I see him fry Moshood for 2 years straight, bro.
Oh, I saw.
2 years straight is crazy, son. It's crazy.
They were coming in, hitting the shoe with the yo shoe. Yo, alright.
The classics. Yo, Danje. Yo,
he told me he developed that for Danje, son.
Man, Danje, you know, son. Man, Danje, yo. Nah, but Danje be falling for that shit OD, son. That's a whole other thing.
He said it was the only thing to get Danje back because you know he would do the thing.
Yeah, Danje is troll master flex, son.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, he got 99 offense and 1 defense.
And then he would actually nothing type shit. So he said literally just doing that used to actually get Dante tight, and that was enough for him. I'm like, what? No way that works.
So it was very, very, very efficient. cost effective strategies. Cost effective. That is jokes. They will come in the call, real life tilted already, son, off rip. And Danje will be tight instantly, son. Danje will be insta tight.
I jumped.
Gotta be around. You make it back. Did not. I forgot to buy the key. I'm so stupid. Okay, whatever. First thing I want to do is make sure I get my strength requirements for my weapons. So yeah, there you go. That's it. That's literally it. All right. I have broadsword and I have longsword. Let's go. Go. 7,000 souls. I don't think that's enough to get Melentia's ring. Let me see. Let's see what happens. Buy this. Buy this. And then buy all these. Okay. Nope, not enough.
Blaze.
I think I need like maybe like 2,000 more. Oh well. Go downstairs, kill the giant. Fire longsword is a very efficient early game weapon because of the base damage you get from the fire early. Since you don't really have any real scaling, it's nice to have.
I should put in work early.
Falls off hard like a rock play game though.
When you get to Iron Keep.
Oh yeah. By the time you get to Iron Keep, you really should be considering like a whole other weapon altogether. Or at the very least, if you really like the longsword, then you should consider getting yourself a longsword that has electricity on it instead as well, because a lot of enemies are weak to it. But like after Iron Keep, there's a lot of enemies with fire resistance, so that's the reason why pyromancy in this game is so difficult. You know, I think one-handing this may actually be better, more beneficial. Allow me more stamina, and it doesn't really have a bad drop-off of damage.
Weave. Cat.
This guy Pate was in my way just now, son. Bro, again with this Pate in my way.
Peyton trying to get you killed.
Listen, only reason why is I want his quest, son. I literally don't. He literally makes my fight harder. Ironically enough, increases the amount of HP by 35%. Okay, I have to make sure that one was there. I don't fall down. I'm telling you something. These no death runs. The thing that always kills me is literally fall damage. It's literally me falling to my death. That's the thing that kills me. Pretty much easy to use this longsword for the most part. And we can actually go spend some souls on Melentia, get the Ring of Silver Serpent. Because I can't farm, the Ring of Silver Serpent is really good to have on certain bosses to get maximum amount of souls. It's not something I always use, but it's definitely recommended. I could just buy I could just buy like 10 of these. That should be enough. No? Okay, buy. Any more of these? Is that enough? Yep, there we go. Okay, there we go. So Now, I usually kill the pursuer up here, and the reason why is because well, it's very simple, really. He makes more souls. More souls. He's treated like a regular enemy. It's like I used to be like a tech that I used to do. I forgot to heal. I'm stupid. Yeah, it's like a tech I used to do in the past with like people who like we would do like I would try to get people to do this area. I try to get people to do this area while and do the pursuit up there, because regular bosses give you a reduced amount of souls. So it's like I think you get only like 40% or something like weird shit like that. But when you do the boss up there, the pursuit boss up there, it's treated as a regular enemy. And so you get the maximum amount.
Nah. You see them.
What the fuck is going on?
Okay, I like to just kill this enemy and then stay away from the guy that throws the fire bombs. So I try to keep the fight on this side. And this is like a pretty easy way to cheese this guy. The key to this guy is literally pace right. So also having a mace is also nice. Oh, took some damage there. I'm gonna do that. You see, especially that move that he does, it literally always misses. I mean, there's like weird moments where it doesn't, but like your odds of getting hit by that is very low if you just pace to the right. Yeah. So the strat to that 3-strike attack that he does is roll to the left on the first strike, walk back for the shield attack, and then walk to the right for the third attack. And you pretty much literally keep all your stamina. See? Boom, boom, boom. Always want to keep a little bit of stamina in case of anything. In case you need to do like a quick rollout. And this is it. Boom. Like that. And this is a good fight because it gives you Ring of Blades. And then these guys come up, so just never forget this. These guys, like these, if you didn't kill them before, they literally rise up after you kill them. They didn't do this in regular Dark Souls 2. They only did this in Scholar the First Sin. I still think it's a little cheesy.
My son Gangster Shaq. OP. I got your new nickname. Walk through Shaq.
Sure. Oh, I forgot it. I forgot these guys resetted. Ooh. Oh, I forgot I resetted this place. Let me get these guys.
He was not hit.
Let's see here. Better to just avoid those guys, honestly. Or at least try to find a different way around. Don't really want to, because they can actually like screw you over, honestly.
Bro, there are actually women playing Street Fighter, bro. And they're good.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen some ladies, they put in the work, and they be
That's still a lot. Well, to me, well,
Actually,
I mean, it's not
actually good. Yeah,
but yeah.
like 6 of them.
I can't see a damn thing in here.
This one I'm watching.
I just
she
go
has a
get a torch.
1600 Alex. Bro, He
I
just
want to
came
get the
out with
Clarentry ring from there really
basketball.
quickly, and then we can move on
Yeah,
from
you
this
gotta go.
place. Immediately go to
What
High
is that?
Fortress.
Some girl named Batman.
Oh, I never heard
One spells. Travel. Thing.
of it. Something.
She over here talking about with punish and this nigga is just doing shit.
Okay.
Yeah, she knows too.
Oh, come on. I hate that little delay it has. But whatever. No big deal. Okay, go down here really quickly and get this Clarentry ring. Also, there's a life ring back there too, so helps a lot. You could honestly save this Pharos Lockstone, and just go for the Clarentry ring +1, but I want the Titanite slab early. I think the other one is in Lost Bastille, but I don't really necessarily remember where it is. Hello, open up.
I didn't shoot.
Considering just kind of perma using the longsword this game.
I take that step back, but I don't think you can cancel it.
Three beauties of the longsword I think I like the most about in this game is that one is very low stamina cost per swing. It comes with a slash. It comes with a pretty easy to use slash attack. It comes with a nice little all around attack. And it comes with a stabbing attack in case the person you're fighting is resistant. So
The best.
that's the thing. Resistance in this game is like it's something that people don't realize. Like it affects a lot, the gameplay a lot. You can trivialize some enemies in this game because of the resistances and the way it works. I think that's probably the main reason why people gave it such a bad rep was because like they just wasn't really too sure why the hell they were doing a lot of damage one moment and then zero damage another moment. It's like there's very specific resistances, and then there's like the hits, the sweet spot hits thing. I never really agreed with the sweet spot hit thing because I just didn't think at the time they had the technology to properly implement it, so it just became inconsistent. All right, let's get the hell out of here. I got what I needed. Moving on. Highest Fortress.
She just lost 2 in a row.
So we have I actually want to quickly get the Stone Ring as well. Stone Ring is very slept on in this game. I tell people all the time. I think Stone Ring is really good. So there's a poise. Each weapon has like a certain amount of poise. Of course, it is souls, but the thing is, the thing people don't realize is that the poise is actually not a lot. Like it doesn't take much to poise somebody. So like this one, it has a 20 poise down at the bottom, like three paces from the bottom. The Stone Ring gives you 30, so it makes this weapon about as good as a greatsword's poise. First swing, so huge. Makes the difference between when you want to. Dark Souls is a turn-based game, so the moment you poise somebody or break someone's poise, you're taking a turn away from them and giving it to you.
Box. Oh.
This guy's a lot easier with some fire. Poor guy. Get out of here. Vamushka. Go to the pine resin. It's going to come in handy. I'm not gonna lie to you, I prefer using a longsword regular and then just putting whatever necessary resin on for the fight. It's actually my favorite way to go. Got stone ring, and we got mace. We got stone ring and mace and longsword. So those are the three, pretty much the three de facto weapons that we're gonna use. Talking to my boy Lenny Grass.
On Lenny Grass.
Don't gotta stop saying his name like that. Niggas saying it in such disappointment.
Yeah, not Andre. Or McDuff.
So nah, yeah,
That'd
McDuff.
be useful, though.
McDuff really is my boy, son. That's flame, dear flame, son. Even though he calls you an imbecile at first. All right. Adaptability is just a broken stat, so you literally just do your best to just get this up as quickly as possible. It should be yeah, it's like adaptability is like adaptability is like a sexy chick, son. You gotta get it up quickly. Mace. Yo, Jimmy.
Go.
What is the number one strength of an S stock?
Piercing damage.
And what is it designed for?
To kill niggas. Nah.
Well, that too.
To parry niggas, bro. And
No,
kill
actually,
niggas?
it's to go. It's specifically designed for anti-armor.
I was about to say penetration.
Yeah, it gets into the fine little gaps of the armor, and boy, oh boy, does that go really far in. Yo, it destroys people in armor and stuff like that. Very, 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 very long needle tip. I think the difference between that and a rapier is that it's just the shape of the S stock and the way it's like its whole purpose behind it.
Thank you, bro, cause I'm weak. Niggas say I don't like that name, bro. You shouldn't like any of the names, honestly. Rapier? Come on, bro.
It's technically rapier.
Yeah, it's really So I was gonna say it's supposed to be a rapier, but you know, people aren't really gonna pronounce like that. So exactly, but yeah,
Yo, chill out, son.
That's just like what's this shit? Like when people learn English, something like that. The pronunciation of your mouth is all different.
yeah, it was the rapier was first developed by the French. And the S stock was made shortly after by the Germans, and it was designed with like getting into the little gaps of armor in mind. Extremely, it's an extremely long blade too. So
that nigga pull up with a chainmail thinking he lit, and then you just stab him.
that shit goes right through.
Guys, I want you to know this whole time Shaq has been talking, he's been actually playing Dark Souls 2. And he missed trash, so he doesn't have time to look it up, is what I'm trying to say.
Bro,
So
he
he's
knows
actually, he's chat GBT, or excuse me, he's chat RPG Shactics, actually. This one's
Shaq MD. Shaq MD.
Man, Jimmy thought I was like looking things up the whole time. Son.
No, no,
Yeah.
He just knows.
I said, I just want you to realize something here. So, he has no time to look this up. He's literally playing at the top.
Don't feel this nigga knowledge, bro.
He is mid dodge. Nigga said he's mid dodge.
Nigga said, they used to post your grades up on the wall, bro. If you was ass, niggas would flame you. I couldn't have that. Couldn't have that. Yo. Niggas learned about confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
bro.
could have done that. I could have done that for
It's a +1.
Yo, that shit had me crying, because realistically, facts, nobody with that.
Like I said, they took him back. He came to America.
Wait, what? You said niggas took him back for doing what?
They left him back a year, you know, if you convert, make convert over here, they usually make them go back a year or some shit. Like leave them back there. I don't know why they do that.
Oh, when you come from, okay.
I feel like the education is better over there.
It is.
On the
Our education is trash.
yeah. Like, they just be like, you know what, you wanna come over here, you gotta work harder. Give you an extra grade, whole lot.
That's something people don't realize when they come to the US. But niggas, I remember when people used to think that like, yo, it's an easy life over here. No, son, you gotta work hard over here. Son. Yo.
Bro, the whole family in Trinidad feel that, bro.
Oh.
Well, now they understand.
Now they understand now. They realize something. They're like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
After they took a couple trips them themselves and see how much McDonald's costs and Popeyes costs and yo, matter of fact, let me tell y'all niggas about my cousin.
12 US?
My cousin come down here, right? My cousin, he don't know what Uber Eats is, but he know where the store is, the corner store, the deli. Bro, why totally am this nigga went to the store? Come back with a box of Popeyes. I'm like, yo, cuz, where the fuck did you get that from? He's like, it's a man in the store. Doing Uber Eats half off. I'm like, bro, what, bro?
How is he doing Uber Eats half off, son? Oh my gosh.
24-hour deli is hilarious.
Bro, listen. Yo, Lash, to this day, this shit bossed my head, bro. Because this nigga hasn't been in America at this point for more than a week, bro. But he just, bro, anyways, bro.
And he run into the one nigga selling Popeyes in the corner store at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Bro, this nigga biting the chicken bone and all while he explaining to me.
He's explaining this to you,
Like,
son.
I'm like, yo,
He said it was Uber Eats half off.
yo, bro.
That could have been experimental chicken.
I had
Exactly,
to throw up right there.
bro. But the thing, that nigga was halfway, bro. He was either hungry or didn't give a fuck, and I think it was both, bro. Or like didn't know.
Yeah, like low key, it might have been both, son.
I cannot buy no Popeyes over no nigga in the corner store.
Literally. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? He was enjoying it.
Oh,
All that. I was trying
to
to throw this man. Trying to make him fall off.
Bro, whoever that nigga was, that nigga got somebody that night, boy. I know niggas is not buying that, boy. Like,
That man went home like, damn, I couldn't believe that actually worked, son. Nigga probably went home saying, damn, niggas really would buy anything,
It
son.
was meant to happen.
I don't know.
It was the one nigga in that situation. He was only gonna be able to sell that chicken to him. He was gonna be the only nigga selling Popeyes.
No. But the way my cousin made it seem was like that nigga be there. Like, you feel me? Like on every Saturday type shit. That nigga there. Like, I'm like, come on.
One thing I can say is like the Popeyes close. Like extra close.
Oh yeah. Bro, it's by me.
Oh wait, it's the one next to the Dunkin' Donuts in the Red Egg.
Bro, it's two of that. It's one literally right next to the Rite Aid, and there's one on Broadway and Halsey underneath the train tracks. It's two of them, so I'm dead center in the middle of two. But the nigga
Nah,
could have
I ain't
got
gonna lie. Yeah, somebody, yeah, nah. Now that you said it right there, that was why that roll was ain't gonna lie. Somebody could have got upward. That Papa's mad at it. But he definitely could have got upward. Like, got a couple tenders, a couple biscuits. You know what I'm saying?
BD.
You're trying to make his bread.
Either way, I wasn't trusting that.
Yeah, I wasn't trusting it either, but yeah, it is very possible.
That shit crazy.
All right, well, time for the first potential death here, son, because this shit is stupid. Sometimes you get unlucky and the nigga just sprays fire on the floor. And if you don't get past on time, you are just dead. Hey, look at this. The RNG, son.
Are you with me?
Just try to stay next to his legs to keep procking him to use the leg attack versus using the fucking fly up in the sky shit. Slow and steady usually wins the race, so you don't want to like overcommit. Especially if you can't see a nigga's health bar. Alright, see this shit? And you try to get out of there.
He's like, why he being weird? Stop all that fire shit, cuz.
Alright. Oh. You dropped my shield? Yeah, watch Dragon Parma. Nice.
Thank you. Finally got one. Oh no.
It's kind of a silly person to fight early, honestly, but especially because he doesn't progress the story at all. But this is what I meant by like some enemies I will just decide to fight anyways. But yeah. I usually just use. So what I usually do is I usually just go with a mace, put lightning on the mace. That's usually like my de facto way of dealing with this guy. He's got to be careful because the mace is a very close range weapon, very very close range, horrendous moveset. So you have to basically be like on him, literally. Okay.
What a flop.
Damn, that Ryu just robbed her. Ryu is such a cheap character.
Bro, what you talking about?
Where he gets to do whatever he wants, bro, because his stubby ass leg and his Hashigeki. And then if the Hashigeki hit, level 3.
Bro, what you mean? We can do the same thing? It's just Jinra?
Yeah, but Jinra is at a further range, and that can be
Bro,
countered.
but it's real, bro.
Exactly. I have to play honestly about it. Ryu gets to do whatever you want because you don't know what's real. Because it's not real, but if it
Bro,
touches
you
you,
know it's real.
damage is real.
He said, but if it touch you, then it's real. Nah.
Nice. A stagger came in handy. I had a feeling it was gonna stagger there too. That's why I kind of committed. Work, it paid off. Right. I'm not too sure what the hell is in here. I think it's the Cleric's Palmer, right? Yep, Cleric's Palmer. One of my favorite shields. I've done some crazy shit with this shield, man. Yeah.
See, look again with the crouch medium kick into Hashigeki into level 3. He is a cheater.
Bro, it's not my fault.
Bro, it is.
It said, "Oh, but it is. But it is." Yeah.
Bro, how are you supposed to watch your toes when you're playing footsie? So you gotta walk back. But it's Ryu. So if it's anybody who got that little
But it's
short ass stubby
real.
crouch medium kick, it's him, bro. Him and the
But it's
only
real.
You just gotta make sure you're not walking back when I press crouch medium.
bro, I'm not listening to you, bro. The only option is to stand there and take crouch medium kick into Hashibombo or heavy punch into Hashibombo. Bro,
And
no.
then it's your turn.
No.
Son, why is it called Hasha Bombo, son?
Bro, because that's what it's supposed to be. And if it's not,
Only Hashirogeki is not your turn, it's heavy Hashirogeki.
ignore him. Most important, bro. Solar plexus, bro. Use the
He's mad because it's right.
Think I might have had him one time.
I can't even finish the sentence. Bro.
Oh, I accidentally rested. Oh, I'm so stupid. Damn it.
Free damage, and it's so slow and it covers so much space.
It's not free damage, bro. It does the same amount of damage as a regular.
Bro, this shit is a heavy punch that hits from across the street, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's just a little extended animation.
Exactly. It's a cheat, bro. And then you try to walk back to get away from that to save your little cherish your little bit of drive gauge you got left.
Nah, you can walk away now. They nerfed it. You can walk away.
You go walk away now, son.
Yeah, before after the press forward heavy punch next you had to sit there.
Okay.
Now they let you walk away.
No, why he started laughing about that, son? That's not funny.
At all.
Because I didn't even know it existed. I wasn't even using it. But the fact that people know it existed and were using it is hilarious.
It's crazy, son. My boy has the Murakumo, son. Look at that shit.
I gotta go to sleep.
Alright, Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. And I'm turning off my computer because niggas be talking about me the next day.
Chill.
Like, man, you still in here?
Oh, baby. Computer. Yeah.
Nah, I'd be laughing, son. When I come back, I'd be like, yo, this nigga, the classic, son. That's on the sit. I'd be laughing at you. You gotta keep the Discord warm.
Yeah, somebody gotta start it up.
Okay, let's go. All right, so we did High Knights. Did I talk to? Oh no, we didn't. I didn't do the Dragon Slayer or the Dragon Rider or whatever it's gonna. I have 47k souls. What does it matter? We'll level up like that later on. I haven't decided if I want to go longsword plus 10 or just go with the classic, the good old Claymore again. Claymore was doing me justice, but the problem with the Claymore is it really does take a lot of stamina. I don't know, kind of prefer a weapon right now that's not going to take too much stamina. These guys have literally infinite poise. Yeah, you reduce your risk of running out of stamina in this is usually a sure way of is usually how people die in this.
Yeah.
And it's because of the invisible stamina stat. So basically what happens is you if you use a certain weapon, if you use a weapon and it required a certain amount of, like a stamina, you had too little of that stamina, you get negative stamina based on how much it actually costs. So you have to wait for that negative stamina to recuperate for your regular stamina bar to start coming back. And a lot of the times what people would fall into the temptation of doing is the stamina would now touch the green and they would roll against it. So now they got to go back in negative again. And that's how people die, usually. That and being one shot. So best way to handle this game without death, other than the whole falling off a cliff shit, is to set yourself up in a way where you don't get one shot. Always keep your health as high as possible, and get your adaptability at least 15 so you can stop taking chip damage from roll, like in the middle of rolls, because that's very annoying and very easy to get you killed. And then the finally is to make sure that your stamina management is very, very on par, understanding the fact that you can literally have a negative stamina bar, and that will be the thing that screws you. Only time you should have an overcommit an attack is if you know you're going to heal the person with that last attack. So it's like a latch dish ever. But I'm not going to bother doing that because that's, you can sometimes die getting this, and that's the Ring of Binding. And this is a no death run, so yeah, we don't need that. Let's go. Guy is pretty easy, same concept. Weak part is the right side. I didn't think I needed a roll there, but I didn't really want to take unnecessary damage. All right, there we go. Definitely don't need a roll for that one. He sometimes does track your movement. Like right there, he would have tracked my movement. This boss is actually not that bad at all. Like at all. You won't even consider him a boss, to be honest. The only time he's bad is when he got to fight both him and his friend. And one shooting you with a freaking great bow from across the room. That's the end of that. But notice how much damage I'm doing with the mace against him. That's what I mean by like the resistances in this game is important. This is a mace. It's not even like a plus mace. I don't have any stat points whatsoever into strength. I have the base requirements, and it did that much damage to him. If I was using like a dagger or something, the frag would have been 10 times longer. Talk to this lady about 1,000 times so she can go back to Huntsman's Cops. We can finish this out, actually. What do we need for miracles? I actually could take the Faith Stone. You know what? I might actually do that. So let me use some of his souls. His Dragon Rays. I don't need his thing, so I'm gonna go buy the ring. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm gonna buy this so that way I can talk to that man. I could also just have used the soul vessel from the room, but that's also kind of like a very expensive item. So go back this way. You want to always do the Dragon Slayer first and then the Dragon Rider. The old Dark Souls 2, you wanted to do the Dragon's Rider first, then the Dragon Slayer. But in Scholar of the First Sin, the moment you kill the Dragon Rider, the Hide Knights become hostile. They're no longer like laying down on the floor doing nothing. So it just makes the whole area a little bit more difficult. This guy won't talk to you unless you have a certain amount of faith. So this is why I bought the Ring of Prayer. So now my faith is not going to be. Oh yeah, I think I need one more. Damn, I need 12. So I just need one more. I'm gonna probably put a point in it anyways, just to, yeah, just need 12. But the only reason why I want to get that vendor is because he has bolt stones, and I want the bolt stone for a lightning mace, so I can have a lightning mace, a lightning mace, and a fire longsword. It's pretty much the factor. Usually, plate armor enemies are weak to lightning, and fleshy enemies are weak to fire, so it kind of works out. So you're getting like you're double dipping on the resistances. So used to playing like Elden Ring and shit that I'd be forgetting that that you have to actually talk to the lady here. So put 1 point in here, and I'll just do 10 here, so we have a certain amount of thing. I like to keep up a certain amount of souls. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, that's good. I like to keep a certain amount of souls in hand in case I need to buy like maybe like a fragrant match of yore or something like that. More items, etc., etc. So I don't usually use everything down to the bottom. Like right now, I'm at a decent level for where I'm at with no issues whatsoever. So. Oh, so they must have nerfed the shit out of this. This whole like using this as a mechanic thing. That sucks. Kind of wasted my money then. All right, we'll just do that some other time. That's okay. Let's move on to No Man's Wharf. Don't technically need to do No Man's Wharf, but I do actually want the Pyromancy Flame. Or Pyromancy Hand, or whatever it's called. So No Man's Wharf is kind of a danger area. Play with the lighting engine mod, so this could be a little bit of a pain in the ass to see where the hell you're going sometimes. Unless you have a torch. Torch is actually really like important now with this lighting mod I have on. Yep. Yeah, see how the mace just kind of trivializes that enemy. Literally 2 hits him. Imagine if I actually plus the weapon. Also another plated enemy, so use the mace. I have to make sure these things aren't. I don't remember all of the mimics. Oops, wrong way. Need to check how much time I have on the torch for No Man's Wharf though. If I don't have a lot of time, then I'll just go to Huntsman's Copse first and get torches from there while I complete that area. Again, with this lighting mod, there are some places that are physically impossible to complete because it's so damn dark. So, luckily, torches are not too hard to find. You just gotta kill the guys with the torches in their hand, and they have a pretty like good drop rate, like 75% chance or something. There's an example of a fleshy enemy, so it's better to just use slash there or stabs. I didn't realize he. I just wanted the longsword had a stab. Am I going crazy? Oh, it's not a longsword. This is a broadsword. Okay, I'm so confused. At least he got the sword history somewhat accurate. You know, long swords are very, very efficient for both cutting and stabbing. Broadswords have higher cutting power but lower stabbing power, so it's very unwise to use broadswords for a stabbing or a thrust. It's not as effective. I only have 9 minutes on this torch, so I think I'm gonna go to thing first. Fire is very good and effective on dogs, so if you're having trouble with that, the fire longsword will get the job done almost all the time. Because of the way the sword swing goes down, like it starts from the top and slightly goes downwards, so it's able to catch most enemies that are lower to the ground. That's like one of the issues with like some of like the great swords. It doesn't necessarily like it sometimes swings over their head, because of the way the pattern is. So same for maces. All right, so we're gonna go to No Man's Wharf first, instead of try to farm some things there. I know, bro. Yeah, I saw the No Man's Wharf like I saw some of like the videos, and I'm like, damn, this is gonna be hell. I'm using an OLED screen too, so like, it's like it's virtually pitch black. I wouldn't even consider it to be realistic. Yeah, I think No Man's Wharf was pretty bad. I think someone else said the somebody else said the Black Gulch was pretty bad. I think I went to Black Gulch when I was doing it the first time, but I didn't really get to explore most of it because I fell off the damn like one of the cliffs. Right here's another like pain point. I don't feel like using my torch for this. Can definitely just have him come towards me. Yeah, that was like the first thing the 3-axis torch was the first thing I thought of when I was like, let me just do this really quickly. Oh my gosh! Once again, I forgot to get this. I'll get the soul vessel afterwards. For now, let me just focus on getting back out. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, the dark. Yeah, I do think he needs to do a small. I do think the guy needs to do like a slight tweak to the path tracing effect for some of the areas, because there are some areas that are like long stretches of darkness, and you sometimes can. I'm more worried about running out of a torch in the middle of one of those moments. So. What's up the Estes? I think he did a really good job though. The game just looks way better like this. I mean, I know a lot of people like the nostalgia look and stuff like that. I'm a nostalgia head as well. I love the way I quite literally love the way how Dark Souls look all together, Dark Souls 2, but this is like it's more so what the lighting is doing to the textures of the game, because the textures were very muddy. It was just kind of, I mean, it's an old game. So like it's kind of what the lighting is like, almost like improving the texture quality as well, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, and I think apparently I think one of the guys is apparently saying like when you hit people with fire in darkness, they kind of create a light source too. It's kind of interesting. That's actually pretty cool that it even thought. I didn't think it considered those little things. I'm telling you, modders are like the future of games, man. I swear. Like my biggest gripe with Unreal Engine, with the Unreal Engine graphics, or whatever you call it, Unreal Engine 5, it's very unmodding friendly. So I do hope that, I think now they're starting to realize how important modding is. So I do hope they start to implement that more into their future games. But I just think modding is like the things that people have been able to do, from Skyrim to Minecraft to Fallout to Dark Souls. I would never have expected Dark Souls 2 to have something like this. Yay, 24 minutes. Let's run to the Husband's Cops. Fire is going to be extremely effective in this biome. Again, my biggest enemy in this game is falling. It's been the death of like me more times than anything. To the point where I'm like paranoid. Okay, so clearly this ring just doesn't work. Or maybe it does, and it's just a higher thing. Who knows? We'll see. What if like just when you thought you know everything about this game. I just forgot about that guy. Oh yeah, my favorite enemy in the game, a torchbearer. Yeah, he didn't drop anything. Never mind. He's not my favorite. Can my firebomb go over there? Or do I really need to buy throwing knives? Oh yeah, never mind. I definitely need to buy throwing knives. I have no reason to get the Riker's rapier. So, although there is I believe there is some Titanite shards down there as well. But, that's okay. I don't want to. I'd rather not risk it. Dodge that. And then this guy. Get these. Bring these guys over here. Do 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 do. Give myself enough HP so I don't have to really worry about getting one shot by these guys. They're like multi-attacks. Especially in the early game, you could do a lot of damage in this game without like much damage investment. So that's why I usually prioritize, at least for this type of like playstyle, I prioritize a little bit more on the survivability aspect. It really goes a long way. If you just focus on using the weaknesses, it's pretty good. Yeah, you literally have to find them or farm them. My favorite farming spot for them right now is this one. Is this area here. Like, there's 2 torchbearers here, and they usually drop it at a fairly reasonable rate. So. Luckily, this place is not painstakingly dark. Yeah, see? This guy right here. He didn't drop any. Hopefully his other guy drops it. I think it's like a 1 in 2 chance of them dropping it, so. I think like I spent like maybe like 10 minutes here one time and I got it like up to like an hour and a half. There is one modder that's trying to find a way to implement it without it without it messing with the game files or anything like that. So yeah, there we go. I think Forlorn is here. He's gonna most likely invade. I'm gonna get rid of this guy before that though. Oh man. I think this guy is a so I'm gonna just do this and hopefully this would stop him from like this would just kind of kill the game safe. That's the only problem about doing this online is you got to deal with that. But, you know, I'm surprised people still are still on this. Not an infinite torch talk, but he's trying to make it so that there was he's trying to add it to one of the vendors, one of the early vendors. Yeah, that's an online player. Definitely. I know I memorized every single enemy in the game, so hopefully it kind of like sometimes I don't. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. All depends. A lot of I forgot to put a little human effigy effect, so hopefully it kind of. So seems like it worked. So this guy is in this area. I'm just gonna put the little nullify the shit, or whatever it's called. I usually just do it offline, but it's such a pain in the ass to get the offline over and over again, like just to take it off. What I do is I use the human effigies on the bonfire. We go do that real quick because you don't want to do the dashboarding too quickly because then you'll I think most people also cheat right now, so it's kind of like pointless to try to fight them. That would just be an easy run loss for no reason. All right. Yeah, so you just do that, especially since it's I don't need the human effigies for anything else. The moment I die, that's it. So. But that's probably the only caveat. I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to do PvP. Like, if it was like old times where like the PvPers were actually like legitimate, then fine. But most people come in here with like Havel's armor, stuff like that. I was thinking about using the firewall technique, but I just didn't like. I was playing early and I didn't get a single invade, so I figured like nobody was playing. So it's kind of weird or awkward that somebody was actually playing. So you can, oh yeah, now that's an NPC. Yeah, so this is an NPC. That's actually the guy I was looking for, and then I found this clown. Very he's actually rather annoying early, and then he gets easier over time. A lot of times you can kind of just parry him. For backstab. Backstab is usually the best. So you like use the firewall on the executable itself? I know somebody was telling me something similar, but I wasn't really like sure like exactly. I'm gonna have to look at a YouTube video on how to do it. A lot of times you can kind of just get away with like not rolling at all in many encounters. So like your walk forward and back, your footsies is very, very effective. Like look at that. See? And you miss an attack and when you miss an attack, your poise drops to like very, very low number. So like that's why like the attack that happens after the that is almost always gonna like poise you. Yeah, I'm gonna probably try that when I play again tomorrow. Well, later. Well, technically later today. It's already tomorrow for me. But yeah, gonna look up like a little guide just to make sure I'm doing it right. I didn't know you can actually like just straight up do that too. It's pretty cool. Because it's a pain in the ass to get the offline mode in the game. Like you have to literally like be signed off of Steam and stuff like that. Like, so if somebody wanted to play something with me, like, I can't even see their notification. So that's the only reason why I didn't bother with that. Okay. All right. So idea here is really to just kind of complete the entire area without touching the bonfire. And that's usually just the best way to go about doing this place. This place is very annoying. So. very very gank friendly. So the best, you know, you just like this right here. Another place that's very very gank friendly, I only like to try to complete on one single bonfire rest, is Earthen Peak. Like, that area, man. The jump attack. Oh yeah, he jumps right. Yeah, that's my issue with the jump attack, man. Is every time I like try to do like the trigger for it, I end up just doing a regular standing power attack and and just whiff it. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I there was just, I tell you, as much as I love this game, there was just some things where I really had to, like, it really begged the question what the hell they were thinking. Like, a really insane concept that they went with was not having cloud saves. I literally lost my 100% playthrough on because I deleted the game. Like I bought a new computer. That's why, and I didn't have the game. And you have to have like a college degree to in physics to get your save file out of the freaking folder. So that was probably I think that was like the biggest L they could have taken, was not doing cloud saves. And it wasn't like cloud save wasn't a thing back then. That, like, almost every game that came around the same time had cloud saves. So it's not even an excuse. Where's this Riona? Fortunately, this chick's attack pattern sucks for her. It's good for me. Try to get her again with that. You know. Oh, we're both gonna heal? I guess so. That's okay. I kind of like a longer fight. Yeah, long sword. What the hell is she doing? Long sword, traditionally speaking, is just such a effective weapon. So I think it's just a de facto in all Dark Souls. Just kind of. My favorite will always be the Claymore, though. That's always like my favorite go-to weapon. I like the Cleric Parma, but sometimes pairing with the Cleric Parma could sometimes feel damn near impossible. When you get it, it feels so nice. Okay, that guy's gonna run all the way over here. But yeah, like they definitely left out some features in Dark Souls 2, and I was just very confused by a lot of like their thought process. Again, I love this game to death. I played this game a lot when I was younger, and I didn't really have like a good computer at the time, but this game was surprisingly able to run on like even a potato PC. Hence why I can't really be mad at its like graphical fidelity, because it was the very reason why I was able to play the freaking game in the first place. I'm gonna make sure nobody else is here, because this guy is very annoying with these spells. Spell parries are pretty overpowered, I must say. Okay. We carry a torch in here. Don't want to risk falling off this damn cliff. The Titanite demons, you don't want to like use both of your attacks. You just want to use the first attack or multiple, over and over. That's usually how you just kill them quickly. And you don't run the whole I'm missing situation. Poor guy. Make quick work of that. Normally I'll use the mace here, but in a situation like this where there's so many enemies at one time, the arc, like the width of the swings is better. Oh, am I dead? Oh no, I'm not. Okay, enough. I forget that they can parry you with the block. I thought they had to use their their sword, but I think that's Dark Souls 3. I have more than enough HP to survive these guys' attacks, so I'm not too worried about that. Luckily, to get the Illusory ring, it doesn't really matter if you're cursed, if you get cursed. The only thing that matters is you seeing the death screen. So. Yeah, no, yeah, literally. It's funny enough you asked that. Yeah, like you just had to you curse doesn't count, so it has to be death screen. Has to be death screen. Like when when it says you're dead or whatever it's called. That's the caveat. So that's probably the one only good thing that they did. Was that they didn't count that as the issue. Which I'm okay with, because like if the pursuer boss, for example, has this move early game where if he uses it, it's almost impossible to dodge early, and it literally curses you immediately. Like it just like you get cursed instantly. So unless you just somehow happen to be by a wall, which most of the times you're not near because it's the pursuer fight, it would literally have just killed your run off of RNG alone. So. But yeah, I'm just going based off of the game's intent. So I'm not really gonna be doing much summons either. I think the only summon I'm gonna be doing is probably what's her name, Mira, for the quest, because I actually kind of want her outfit. But other than that, I never really thought summons really help in this game, to be honest. So. I have one Estus fast here. I think I should be fine. That being said, though, I'm going to try my best not to get cursed. And curse is annoying. Oh, I gotta use my mace for this. I'm health up at all times. Try to kill this guy. I like to try to take this guy out first. Walk around. Look for some enemies early. You really don't want to get hit by the fireballs, and you definitely don't want to get cheesed by the pinwheeler. That's pretty much the only part of this fight that's difficult. Yeah, Lucatile. Did I call her like something stupid? I said Lucille or something. Yeah. Lucatile of Mirror. Lucatile is that's my girl, son. I love her outfit. Her outfit is my favorite. I think my favorite drip in the game. That and the lion warrior, the red warrior cape, but you know damn well we're not getting that. So oh, I said mirror. Yeah, I said where she lived. That's funny. At least they only spent 2 skills. Yeah, they it's funny because I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a little bit more in Dark Souls 2. It was like the one thing they actually like fixed in the regular Dark Souls 2, the non-scholar of the first sin. I thought it was like 4 at one point. They pretty much trivialized these pinwheels because they don't even get a chance to attack. So what makes this hard is when you kill all 3 of these guys at the same time. And I would even make the argument having like Creighton, having the companion with you actually makes this fight harder because he actually tries to kill these guys. And so what happens is he forces you into fighting everything at once. So you know, if I really wanted to make it hard, I would have just put him in. But yeah, the Lucatile's thing, you don't complete her quest unless you summon her 3 times out of the 4, I think. Something like that. Something along those lines. To me, these are not the hard parts. These are not the hard parts of the game. The hard part of the game is Black Gulch. I think the pain points of this playthrough is going to be somewhat Earthen Peak, but really the Black Gulch. Black Gulch because of this lighting mod. Drang Lake Castle, Shrine of Amana, and I'm trying to remember what other place. There's like one other like place that's thing. I can't really remember. But yeah, those are definitely pain points. Shrine of Amana, definitely. I'm gonna spend like 10 business hours combing through that place. If we make it there. Drang Lake Castle could be a little annoying too. Because there's so many areas you can fall off the map in. Not to mention, I don't know how the lighting mod is gonna affect that place. And Earthen Peak only because of how many ganks you can end up in if you're like not paying attention. Boss wise, I think the hardest boss to deal with in this entire like thing would Dying would probably be trying to think actually. Smelter Demon I'd put up there. I just gotta have all I gotta do is just have the things necessary to kill him. But Smelter Demon could very easily one-shot you in this game. He's like that one guy that can he like you're fighting, you're just fine, and you just get one shot. He also has that damage check mechanic where if you don't kill him fast enough, but
Try to kill.
yeah. What's up, Lush?
They added a roguelike mode to Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, I had a feeling I was gonna do that.
I'm going to be on that as soon as I get home. Hear how tired I am.
Yeah, I know the mankin four-hit combo. You know what other four-hit combo sucks? No Man's Wharf, four-hit combo. Oh my gosh, the one with the two swords. They have killed me multiple times on like mage playthroughs, pyromancer playthroughs. Yeah, again, this is why I started with the night class so I can have some poise to deal with those things. But yeah, the four-hit thing is very annoying, especially if both of them are hitting you. Like, because a lot of times you fight two mankin warriors at once, and so you both of them will hit you with the combo at the same time. There's also that damn switch that's in that place where if they touch it and you didn't realize, then you get hit, and the thing can shoot you in your head 3 times. That's another thing that's killed me multiple times before. Oh man, I keep thinking about Elden Ring with this thing. Upgrade. Yeah, Lost Bastille is up there too with like annoying shit. I'm not gonna be fighting the gargoyles because I don't have any need to. I don't really want their weapon, and it doesn't advance the story. I think my HP is solid right now. So I'm going with this kind of like quality build. I'll go with 15 and 15 on that, and then leave it there for a while. Just that way I can get maximum effectiveness on like the broadsword and stuff. I'm also really just still considering going with the Claymore. So I just love the Claymore so much. So there's that. So I'm probably just gonna, you know what? Let's go get the Claymore. I love it too much, man. I love the Claymore. Even though it's a stamina hog to all ass, but you know, we'll deal with that when it comes.
You can see a video on this.
Bastille key. I don't think he yeah, I think that's just for like optional things. There's other way. There's like I think there's like 3 ways to get to the area because I think I did the belt. I usually do the gargoyles last, ironically enough, and then come back later on with the key. So I do think it is there though. It's like behind some boxes after you free it. Hopefully I won't need it. The gargoyle boss is very annoying, very cheesy. My success in that boss fight actually this is another cheesy area here too as well. This shit. Kill these guys early. Do not have a lot of damage right now. The heavy thrust. Yeah, I'm not. You talk about with the claymore or the longsword? I feel like the yeah, ironically my strategy for dealing with the gargoyles is a little different from everybody else's. I actually wait for all of them to spawn. Yeah, like all 4 of them to like show up at once. And what happens is they start spamming the fire breath move, which leaves them wide open for attacks. So that's what I usually do. But like, I feel like every time I'm dealing with 1 or 2 of them at a time, they're constantly flying in the air and knocking me over. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna probably. Well, I think I'm gonna definitely go Claymore. So this time around. Okay, I'm gonna pull this. These guys are gonna show up. That's for you. Oh man, I was hoping the other guy would take damage too. Oh, look at that, iframe. These guys can very easily overwhelm you. So I don't like to like overcommit with these guys. I like to just like take my time. Now, petrification is a status effect that's considered auto GG because it literally kills you. And the thing about petrification in this game, I don't think I've ever been petrified. So I don't know. Like, there's very few enemies that do have it. I'm hoping I do get the Black Sorceress outfit, so I don't have to worry about being cursed. Because I'm gonna try my best not to get cursed at all. Like I don't really want to like be non-human, so I'm gonna try my best to maintain that fidelity. This guy is in here. Whoops. Sorry, buddy. I was looking for something else. I was looking for yeah, I have a boss soul, I think, though, so I'm gonna just use that. I'm not really using any of the boss souls, so I think the only boss soul I probably use is the one that gives like maybe a spell or something. But like everything that well, this guy is actually strong. Yeah, let's just use that on him. I think he has kind of like plate armor, it looks like, so it works out. Okay. Sometimes this armor makes you look like you're undead, man. I tell you. I had to look at myself for a second. What the hell? I was like worried. This place has such bait. Like, look at this crap. Fading soul. Love it. So that's about as close to rubbish without it being rubbish. I like to keep my health as high as possible. No risk. Yeah, Skeleton Lord Soul doesn't really have anything I care about other than maybe the lance, but I don't like that lance scaling anyways. So it's funny because I actually think the Great Lance is a whole lot better. Poor guy missed. You had one job, buddy. Yeah, like I wouldn't use maces against these guys. Maces against these guys are dog shit. Not only is it a bad moveset, it's also just weaker to them. You don't get the bonus damage from strike as you do when you're fighting plated enemies. So I put that shit away immediately. Okay, let's go get Claymore. Most I got to fight Forlorn again. So hopefully he's slightly less annoying this time around. I just want to stick to this side of the wall. Find my boy, Fengarl. No, it's not. His storyline is so funny. Like you really find his body somewhere, just doing whatever it wants. Look how many guys died here, man. It's really cool to see so many people still playing this game, though. Like, I'm just kind of makes me a little happy. I'm not gonna lie. Got the bad boy, and we do not have enough stats to use it completely effectively. At least we can use it with two hands. It's not really my favorite. I actually prefer using it one hand. One hand moveset to me is better. What am I doing? Actually, I want to go get the Chlorine 3 ring +1. That guy is on the prowl. He's looking for me. I'm kind of hoping that I do not see Forlorn now. If there's one place that Forlorn can kill you, and it's here if you're not like careful. Okay, there we go. And then we go here. Boom. There it is. Hello. Walk up here. These guys are actually pretty fast, so you don't want to. You want to kind of wait till this guy shows up. Yeah. You want to talk about poise resistance? These guys' poise is like on 10,000 for whatever freaking reason. Luckily, the stone ring is putting in the work. It seems like the lighting mod made this even more annoying to like see. I don't really care about the sun ring, so it's not really. That's a PvP weapon or PvP item. No, I just don't want to get tripped out and fall off the stairs. Here it is. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you really want to be careful with that falling off the stairs shit. I actually one time fell off right there. Like, it was embarrassing. Could actually do Notchka as well. Yeah, the key to these guys is just walk like as you're walking away from them, just walk a little bit towards them and then back away again, and then you usually catch them. Said there's a fire seal behind the wall. Oh, there is? Behind the wall here. Let's see. What are you... Oh, you're talking about... Are you talking about, like, over there? There's such a delay on the, Alright, fine. I'll walk back into this fog of war, son. I'm scared. I didn't even know there was a fire seat in the Shaded Woods. Who would have thought? I wonder how many of these guys are actually here. I like this little straight path so I can... Chat delay. The fire station was behind a wall near. Oh, the near the. Okay. All right. Cool. Running there. Sprinting. Yeah, the fog here is really tripping me out, man. It's way worse than the base game version because of because of that lighting mod. Okay, so human effigy here and then behind the wall. Wow, that's crazy. Good looking out, brother. This is why I love streaming these moments. It's funny, I didn't even know about that, and I probably like picked that up at some point, but never registered it in my head that was there, you know, and so it's pretty good. Woo, that darkness, man, trip you up every time. Going from light to dark like that, yeesh. If I gave you a small headache, my fault. Sure, you're used to it by now. And yeah, it's like even though I took chat delay off, but there's still like some form of chat delay. It's like a 15-second one. I think it's just naturally 15 seconds because I have chat delay on 0. So I landed on top of this guy. All right, now this guy is really freaking annoying because I actually don't want him to roll into the freaking item. Apparently the roll also damages the box. Not a really shit design. So I'm gonna try to bring him over here, even if it means taking some damage. Yeah, this is actually what I really wanted because that's gonna once I get the other 2 things, I'm gonna get this shit to +7 very quickly. All right. Okay, I guess we'll just wait for him to get out of this corner. Ooh, overcommitted to that attack. That was my fault. Yeah, I'm not really gonna be farming the red lion cape this game. I'm not even gonna use it. I actually want more defense than anything else. Physical damage in this game is a very like prevalent thing, so having more defense is just better. It's actually like the one game where defense is very, very like crucial. Dark Souls 3, I feel like they mitigated the hell out of like the way defense works, but in this Dark Souls, defense like plays a it makes a massive difference in damage damage being handed to you. Wait a little bit for that to time out. Oh, and then I can actually just jump over this thing. Kind of scared to do so, but done it before and it worked, so.
This game? This game? God damn.
I can't see his attacks.
Stuff like we can't be having amazing seasons and just get to the playoffs.
Can't see the man's attacks. I'm just wait for him to come outside. This is better. He's gonna just stay in there, huh? Smart. I can't believe that was not a backstab early on just now, but whatever. Cyan's armor. I would wear that, but it's too heavy. Actually, that's good. Boom. Sublime bonus. And then there is the Black Knight Halberd in here. The Fang Key. I don't think I have another friggin' bench here right now, so gotta wait on that. You got a lot from the other location anyway, so it's fine. Okay, let's go fight Najka. Yeah, even if you don't talk to the guy, you could just talk to him afterwards, and he'll give you the friggin' bench of your. So I'm just gonna do it one time since I'm here, then get the Ring of Whispers with some money, and then. I actually do not have a lot of life gems left, man. Never a good thing. I'll make sure I buy more. Okay. Fortunately, the only thing I have here that's going to actually be useful. Let me just turn around just in case this guy is still following me. What's this? Okay. I'm not gonna summon these guys. I don't really need to. I don't really need to do their quest line. Oh, I forgot to. I pressed the wrong thing. Are you talking about creating at the top to just talk to him? You're right. I'm actually supposed to just talk to that guy. It's kind of an overcommitment there. Very, very dangerous for me to do that. The fuck was that, like, attack pattern? Interesting. That was a very strange attack pattern. Yeah, I forgot he's at the top of the tower. There too. This boss is actually a bit of a issue sometimes with his hitbox. Who do you think was right though, Creighton or Pate? Speaking of which. This is what I get for fighting this boss without a plus anything weapon. Nah, no way. No. Not looking good here, guys. Not looking good. Goodbye. Who was like? Who did you find was the right like? I don't know how to put it. Like who do you think was right on? You know, because they fight each other eventually, and they kind of hate each other. Who do you think was the right person? For like who you think? Do you think Pat like? Do you think Pate was actually as bad as Creighton said he was? Some people say that Pate apparently is Patches. Pate's a weeding. I think Pate is like literally the Patches of this game. They just made him kind of nicer, but I think he's like what you call it? He's a little bit like if you actually like when you look at him, he literally looks like Patches. It's kind of funny actually. I think like I think I usually also side with Creighton. I think Creighton looks cooler, so that's my reason. My reasoning. Pretty shitty reason, but I think Pate Pate kind of looks silly, and I also hate how his armor looks. Whereas Creighton has this like badass chainmail armor, and Creighton's using my favorite weapon like ever in Dark Souls, which is the Dragon Slayer Crescent Axe. The my favorite gift is literally the healing wares.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
Yeah, I like Creighton's armor set. Pate's armor set just looks terrible. I really hate Pate's armor set. It just does not look good at all. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I think it looks terrible. Yeah, I messed up slightly on my like the thought process I was going for the thing, and I also was doing like a few things. I was experimenting a little bit. If I knew I was gonna commit to the claim, I would have just plussed it, but I didn't commit to anything yet, and that's kind of like where we went wrong there. If I had committed to the claymore earlier, or if I like committed to the thing and then actually started putting points into it, that would have been a trivial fight. Me going in there with a +0 weapon, I didn't realize just how tanky she is without plussing your weapons. She's actually pretty strong without plussing. Then that might have actually been my first time +0ing the raw fighting that boss. Stone Ring. Yeah, Creighton's armor set is definitely up there as one. That's some of my favorite armor. It's definitely like red. It's definitely the Red Lion Warrior Cape set. First. Creighton's armor is probably like either second or third. It's kind of a toss up in the air with the What you got? I also like the bandits armor too. That's also a really nice armor set. I love the little Goku pants you have on. Oh, I took the torch off by accident. Like, look how dark this is. This is ridiculous. I like the high night set. It's just so hard to get, man. Like, they really have a low dropper. I thought a lot of people say the warrior, the lion warrior outfit is hard to get, but I don't know, man. The high night, I'd be taking 9 years to get that armor. I do like it though. I like it when I'm playing as a male more than the female tunes. So like female tunes, I'd probably say like warrior cape, my favorite. High night male is really cool, especially if you're trying to go for like Masterless Glenker's drip from High Knight's Tower. He really has the true drip on, man. I love using his outfit setup. Even with down to the shield and Zweihander. I'm trying to think of all the sets that's in this game that I really enjoy. High Night set's definitely up there. It's just hard to get. Again, it's like I'd be having a real hard time getting that shit, especially the chainmail. Like I'll be running around with all the gear pieces to increase your discovery, item discovery, but it's like the best thing you could do for item discovery is honestly just bonfire aesthetic. It immediately increases it by like I think like 200 or something like that, some weird number. But like it's just but it increases it by like a lot, so you just have a way better chance. Yeah, and that's the next thing too, man. The equipment load is horrendous in this game. You go over 70% so quick. That's probably like my main issue with that set. I tend to like light and medium sets versus like the really heavy sets. I still kind of categorize the High Knight armor as somewhat in between of medium and heavy, kind of like Dragon Late armor. When I think of heavy armors, I think of like Smelter Demon armor and shit. Smelter Demon armor, Havel. I think I have it on one character, like a level 1 character that I was doing, but earlier, and yeah, it was pretty funny because I couldn't use it at all. Okay, got Stone Ring, yeah. Luckily, we didn't really get that far at all. Kind of like pretty much scratched the surface, so not too worried about that one. Yeah, this time I kind of have like an idea of how I'm gonna think, so it should make a lot more sense now. Yeah, once I get through this like early portion of the game, the rest is cake. It's just like kind of setting your build up. That's probably like the hardest part, getting like the little right things that you need. A lot of people tend to do this thing on New Game Plus because they already have all their shit. I know. I'm trying to do it like, the real strongman way. So. Which boss would you consider to be like the hardest on this one though? Like in, you know what? Which one do you consider to be hardest without DLC and then with DLC? No business fighting that guy. Yeah, like both like base game hardest boss and then like your hardest boss even with the DLC. The gang squad. Dark Lurker was pretty hard. I for me it was actually like when I at least when I first played, for me it was the looking glass knight, because he would summon PvP to fight you sometimes, and that was like a horrible experience. So you were like constantly worried about that. It's also because my first build at the time was like a pyromancy build, and we were fighting in the rain, so he took way less damage from fire. Dark Lurker is pretty ridiculous too. And with DLC would probably be like for me would be probably Fume Knight. Fume Knight was such a pain in the ass for me. He was the one boss that had me fight him completely naked because of like the way he would catch your rolls. Yeah, Fume Knight really changed the game for me. Oh yeah, no, the Looking Glass Knight fight with like while online was one of the worst experiences. Like some people even took themselves offline just to fight that guy. I didn't, but like, you know, and there was one time where I killed a person that came through the glass and him. But that was only like ever one time. Anytime it did summon the DLC, I mean the PvP, it was kind of over. And then they put that same nonsense in again in the Ring City DLC in Dark Souls 3. Yeah, Sir alone was definitely like annoying. I think for me, I think Sir alone was like a pain in the ass to get to. It was like at one point where I didn't even know where the hell to find him. And then the but yeah, Sir alone was definitely very, he was definitely up there, especially when he like got that power up. When he got the power up for his blade, where he would do the seppuku thing and increase the range of his attacks and like how much damage it did, was he just didn't want to get caught by that. Man, when the hell do you think they're gonna come out with a Dark Souls 4, man? I don't mean Elden Ring 2. Like an actual Dark Souls. At this point, I don't think we're ever gonna get one. It's funny because I think like Dark Souls series is something you can kind of always do because the story is very loosely loosely tied, so it's like it doesn't really ruin you can't really ruin the integrity of the story too much, you know, on that shit. So it's not like a Witcher story or something where you can start to get very monotonous with your thing. I think it's one of those things where you can get away with doing kind of like Final Fantasy and how loosely tied their stories are.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name. Well, it. Have you? I. Yeah. Wait. What? Here. What?
All right, got the key. I usually try to be daring and make that jump over there, but I'm not even gonna risk that. I'll just be anticlimactic at this point. Yeah, that's true. I think Elden Ring kind of became their main priority now. It definitely put them on the I think they were always like very niche. So I think now it's kind of like I think that cemented them as a massive company at this point. They made so much money from Elden Ring. I think they sold like what 25 million copies. I mean, geesh, like they really just I mean they went above and beyond with that. Yeah, I'm gonna just invest in Claymore and just like commit. So Claymore plus 10. I already have like my build in play that I have in mind. So we won't end up in a situation like that again. Just temporarily using this sword until we get enough money to. Ooh, that would have blown me up. What the hell just happened to my throw? Alright. Let's get in there. One thing I forgot about doing is going to get my is getting my little Estes flask. Yeah, one of the main things I appreciate with this mod is the ultra wide support. The ultra wide support wasn't really working on flawless widescreen, so it's kind of glad. I'm kind of glad that they have a built-in ultra wide support in the lighting mod. Yeah, Claymore is such a good overall weapon, so I'm just gonna like commit to that. It's probably the de facto weapon you'd want to do for like something like this. Like every other weapon has like glaring weaknesses that you have to kind of deal with on the fly, and the only weakness that the Claymore has is something that you can actually solve with stamina investment. Yeah, it was like really huge. So he also had like a little option to make the HUD 60% for like larger monitors and stuff. So like, because otherwise it was like really, like the HUD was like humongous. The only one downside to this though is sometimes I don't see my health like very easily during a fight, and so oftentimes you would see me with like low HP and wondering why the hell I'm not healing. It's quite literally because I didn't see it. I've gotten better with like seeing it though, but like initially that was like a growing pain I had to deal with. Now that I'm more aware of the fact that it's kind of tucked in the corner, like I pay more attention to it now. Only thing the chariot, the execution of chariot boss is a little bit risky, but the only reason why I kind of want to do him is to get the shielded crossbow, because it has such a high base damage value, and it's good to take out enemies from afar. Good way to start the fight. Like situations like this, you know, happens a lot where you get like a bunch of enemies just swarming you. Yeah, I'm a fan of like HUDs being a little bit smaller. My vision is like pretty okay, so. Like in the mod tool? Let's see. Oh, it's in UI. Oh, okay. Health scale offsets. I see now. Hmm. Mm. Oh, I gotta do this. That reminds me. There's like the auto target shit. That's why I'm like confused. What the hell is doing that? I think it's in this setting. Screen options. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, now we can do it. So. Okay. And then you just make this bigger. So. Right. Okay. I might bring this down a little bit here. And then bring this a little bit closer. So 5. Huh? Okay, 0.4. Okay. All right, so 0.5. All right, there we go. And then you said the second 2 boxes are just scaling on X and Y. Okay, and then let me see. Oh, this thing heavily fucks with the okay. Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so this is this is way better, bro. Because typing that shit was I was about to lose my mind. Okay. Okay, cool. So let me bring it over here then. I'm gonna stretch it and then bring it here. Okay, so I see what to do now. Okay, so now it's time to. Okay. Okay, a little bit less than that. Okay, and then bring this here. Okay. Okay. All right, there we go. Yeah, no, thanks for telling me about that that click and drag. I was about to lose my mind typing this shit 1,000 times like I'm writing an essay. This is a lot better. Oh man. Yeah, I thought I had to type that in like over and over. I was about to be like, dude, really? Oh, save. Gotta save that INI file, man. I think the yeah, because that's probably the only thing I didn't want to necessarily be smaller was the health bar. Like the other things were just like really in the way. Like I don't really need to see my soul amount like that vividly. So I was glad that they lowered that. There's a much better size. But now I don't have to worry about now the health bar is at least more amicable because I can actually see myself taking damage. which is especially helpful in this game because you always take so much you take so much chip damage while you're rolling. So, and like your character, it almost like doesn't affect your character physically. So a lot of times you don't even realize you took damage. Yeah, I want to get the crossbow from here. Nice. It's funny that this lighting mod made crossbows the go-to range weapon now, because you can use it in one hand and you might need it for a torch. Okay. Let's get the item from here. Oh, I'm getting like, man, parried me. I didn't even know he can parry. Wow, I'm impressed. I forgot he can parry with that shield. That's fine. That was like the second time I got parried by an enemy. It's weird. He doesn't have like a finishing move. He just parries you. Kind of annoying at how much like chip damage you can take even while you're in the backstab animation. Wow. Sweet spot damage, OP. These guys sometimes drop bastard swords. Just a nice little early game spike. All right. Ooh. Let's see what happened here. This guy. Let's take this guy out one time. Did I pick that item up? Yep, I did. Okay, good. Oh, look at that. Bastard sword. Nice. Funny enough, you can actually use this early on once you get 11 dexterity. One thing about the bastard sword is like pretty much entirely inferior to the claymore. That's because of that reach advantage that the claymore has. Though I do like the bastard sword's like first power attack, two-handed. It's really good for clearing out like a gank. Mild mannered pate. Did I ever get the stone from him? Yeah, I did. Okay, man. Yeah, that boss always makes me laugh, son. Like, yeah. All right. Like, yeah, exactly. Try to immediately get that shit. I'm gonna go fight the pursuer. Use all the money that I get from the pursuer to essentially get the Funny enough, Hugo had the this guy has the fake sword the whole time, so it's just for fun. Yeah, the weapon steering is dog shit, especially when you're trying to do like running attacks or especially when you're trying to do like running attacks or the roll attacks, roll into attacking. It's so bad. A lot of people like the great sword in this game, the ultra great sword, or whatever that the cloud looking great sword. I never really liked it, so Claymore's a nice middle ground. Dance around these guys. Go in here. Yeah, like even when you're exactly when you like, and that's sometimes one of the most annoying things because in this game, a lot of the times what kills you is you just missing your attack, and then you end up in like a stun lock, and you waste a ton of stamina. So it's like your weapon recovery in this game is very very slow. So it's just not beneficial at all to miss your attack or miss your swing. And it's like it's usually off by a whole lot. I'm so happy they fixed that in like the rest of the Dark Souls, because like in the rest of the Souls games that they made, because that was terrible. Never want. That's why I don't do rolling attacks at all in this game, like pretty much at all, unless I'm guaranteed to hit the person. Are you? Well, anyways, about that time I gotta go to sleep. Anyways, 3 o'clock in the freaking morning. I can't believe that's how I died though. They just randomly did a double their damage because of the freaking, I guess, because of the counter damage. But that's what I mean though. Like sometimes the stun lock in this game is kind of awkward. So it's just like weird sometimes. I hit that guy and he went through my he poised through my attack and still hit me with that rock. It's very, very strange. Probably the only issue. That's why I think I've done a no death run on Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3. I've done it on this as well, but that was a while ago. And that was on the old one, before Scholar of the First Sin, but Scholar of the First Sin has definitely made the game a lot more inconsistent with some of its mechanics. But anyways, let me go. I'll resume this again later on. I'll get some sleep. That's probably why I'm doing so terribly. I am out of here. Thanks for popping by on the stream. Take it easy. Hope you can get some good sleep as well. If you're not, I mean, yeah. I was wearing the stone. I was wearing the stone ring. So I had 50 poise. And he poised right through my attack. Like he poised right through it. He threw a rock literally right through my attack. So that right there is why I don't want to go like long swords and stuff. And I like the reach of the claymore, because the reach of the claymore prevents you from situations like that. It just does. That's why once I get the claymore and I start putting pluses into it, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. It's just the initial part of the claymore and getting that in and stuff like that. But that's like the main reason why I don't like close range weapons in this game, is because of that right there. Like you're very close to the enemy, and a lot of times the poise just doesn't count. And so really good power attacks from like long range weapons are just much more consistent across the board. But yeah. Man, take it easy. Hope for all the best. I'm gonna continue this again a little later after some rest, and then we're gonna tackle this full force. So, no more bullshit after this. All right, be easy, guys. And whoever came in just now, sorry, but the stream's over. My fault. Laters.